Mountains in Denver, Colorado. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Colorado Rockies. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. Today's starter for Colorado, Kyle Freeland. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They could move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
The Reds certainly hit on their first-round pick in 2018 when they took Jonathan India, the former Florida Gator. He turned into the National League Rookie of the Year in 2021.
Just an incredible season with the Cincinnati Reds that year.
A little bloop single. So a man on base to start the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Two now. Battling here as he fouls it away. The pitch. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And down on strikes he goes, and there's one away. Here's the third baseman, Spencer Steer. And a 1-1. He dives, but he can't make the catch. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Alan Trejo. He's forced into the game at shortstop due to the injury. Next for Cincinnati, Tyler Stevenson. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. Smoked into left field, base hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Here's the center fielder, Stuart Fairchild. Double play ball to second. There's one. Over to first, safe.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Number 31 digs in now. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Will Myers now. Got him swinging. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Reds 1 and the Rockies nothing. Back here in Denver, our starter in this one, Luke Weaver. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Kicks and deals.
Yo, that's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And the leadoff man aboard. Now batting Jurickson Profar. Nobody out, runner at first. Next offering is in for a strike. And the pitch. Line drive, caught.
Batting third, the right field, Chris Bryant.
Here's Chris Bryant now.
Chris Bryant, a kid who accomplished a lot right away getting to the big leagues. Former #2 overall pick, won the Rookie of the Year, was named the MVP in 2016, winning a World Series with the Cubs. Over a 100-year drought. Man, you can't start your career much better than that.
Blackman leads off first with 1 away. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Now, one of the people that really influenced Chris's career, especially at the plate, his dad Mike, a former 9th-round pick of the Red Sox in 1980. He began working with Chris in his hitting every day starting when Chris was just 5 years old. Here's the 2-2. Good eye right there. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Now 2 out.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Late cutting action to get the swing and miss right there. I mean, that's just really hard to account for as a hitter when you're seeing the fastball all the way and then just at the last moment it darts away from you and you can't reach it.
1 ball.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. Second inning coming up here in Denver. It's the Reds 1 and the Rockies nothing. Back here at Coors Field, and the batter will be the shortstop, Kevin Newman. Here's a 2-1. Just missed. And now the count filled up 3-2.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And a payoff pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's Luke Maile. The pitch. And now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he deals. And another ball. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
But Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
On the ground. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Not in time. He's safe. So back to the top of the Reds lineup. Jonathan India at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Here's a 1-1. And that one almost got him. And here it comes. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Quickly to second for 1. Over to first. That's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Reds 1 and the Rockies nothing. We head to the bottom of the second, and now it's Elias Diaz.
The catcher, Elias.
And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Leading off for the Rockies,
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Left-hand batter waits. Ground ball right side, could be 2. There's 1. How about that double play? Next for Colorado, Alan Trejo came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here. Swing and a miss, and a count 1-2. And the right-hander deals. Good eye in that spot.
It's a good take.
That one hit to right. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit.
Harold Castro stands in. Next pitch is outside.
2-1.
Trejo stands at second with 2 gone. And he grounds one to the right side. And foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Yeah, you know it's me. You can't stop my shine. I'm just doing me. Yeah, I'ma take a pic for them all to see. Catch me on the scene, looking super.
Welcome back. Now it's Nick Senzel.
The right fielder, number 15, Nick Senzel.
In the air to left down the line. Profar on the move to his right. He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. And there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Next pitch is inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. And there's a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Ball to strike. That one is absolutely belted. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot. 3rd home run of the season, and they add to the lead. It's 2-0. So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have
a swing and a miss, that retires the side. And that'll do it. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here at the ballpark as we go to the last of the 3rd. So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle. Here comes a pitch. Going to count 1 and 2. The other way, and that's just foul. And a pitch. Misses inside. 2 and 2.
really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next one just misses. 3 and 2 now. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
The batter.
There's Chuck Nasty. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Next pitch off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Way out front for strike 2. Next pitch misses way outside. In the air, left side. Nice grab on the run. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 29.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Jurickson Profar. 0 for 1 so far. One now. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Steer brings it in for the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. They trail things here 2-0. And welcome back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, number 52. Line drive. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock.
The first baseman, number 4.
Backdoor breaking ball, and he did go the other way with it like you might think, but he put a good swing on it, squared it up nicely.
Will Myers getting ready to hit.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
Runner at first with no outs here. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that is gone. Will Myers sends it flying. His 4th home run of the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
The batter now, Kevin Newman. Struck out swinging his first time. Foul tip, and he hangs on for strike 3.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Luke Maile, the next to hit for the Reds. Still only 1 out here in the inning. On the ground to the left. Fires over to Crone, and he's out.
The batter, number 6, second baseman, John.
And here is Jonathan India. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. 2 outs. Now one missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And downstairs. Out to short, Trejo. And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Bottom of the inning, and now the right fielder, Chris Bryant.
The right fielder.
Well, Chris, baseball fans remember Chris Bryant winning the World Series in 2016, but Cub fans still remember Bryant's throw across the diamond to make it official. He recorded the final out in that rainy Game 7. Next offering is fouled back.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well, and you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
And here is C.J. Crone. So now 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. He reached on a walk his first time. And now it's 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Nothing doing for the Rockies. They're down 4-0.
You see how turned up that we be. You see how hot my degrees be. You see them jock trying to beat me. It's only one man, believe me. Believe me. It's only one man, believe me.
Back here in Denver, now the number 2 hitter, Nick Senzel. Next offering way off the plate. Activity in the bullpen. Nick Mears getting ready to come on for Bud Black. On the ground to third. McMahon fires over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, the third baseman,
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. 1 for 2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. And it slams off the bottom of the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kyle Freeland won't go any further tonight. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. New pitcher in the game for the Rockies, Nick Mears.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
So a man aboard. Now it's the Reds DH, Tyler Stevenson. He's already homered in this game. Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
And now 2-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front.
Struck him out swinging. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. So 1 left for Cincinnati, but they're in front 4-0. Back here at Coors Field, now the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. Here's a 1-1. Swings through that one. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Derek Law loosening up for manager David Bell. Jabot warming up as well. And a pitch. And
That's
delivers
the ball.
outside.
2-2.
In the air to left center. Number 31 on the move to the gap. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one
The
down.
batter, number 13, shortstop, Allen.
Next for Colorado, Alan Trejo. Doubled in his first AB.
Criminal staff, crucial in any town. Young gun, I got the cynical smile, visual ground, edge of mystery. I got history getting victories. Never take it.
And a count 1-2. And that just misses.
He missed the zone, but I don't think he missed his spot. That was a good pitch with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. 2 down.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Now
2 outs, base is
the
empty.
second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Harold Castro. Went down on strikes his first time through. The 1-1. And that's in for a strike.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Castro checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. Play made. That ends the inning. Rockies are down quietly. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Back here at the ballpark. Now here is number 31.
Number 31, Henry Ramos.
And a 1-2 again. Swings and misses. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Up next at Cincinnati,
Will Myers, the next to hit for the Reds. He's already homered here in this one. The 1-1. And fouled off. One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And the righty deals. Got him swinging. Two outs, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Kevin Newman, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. 3 up, 3 down that time. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Reds 4 and the Rockies nothing. Welcome back, and now the center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
the center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
And that one sliced foul. Righty delivers. Got him looking. So he's gotten deep into this game, and at least so far not showing a ton of signs of fatigue. Here's Charlie Blackmon. Right-hander kicks, deals, and a foul ball. Next offering misses down and away. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. Newman with a relay throw. He's in there.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
And here comes David Bell as he's ready to make the change. Go to his bullpen. Luke Weaver gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. New pitcher on here, Derek Law.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Runner at third with one gone. So in now for Colorado, Jurickson Profar. Ball to strike. The pitch. And there's a ball. At the belt and fires. And strike two.
They haven't scored yet in this game, and with that swing, they're definitely trying to get on the board. That's the way guys go about their business today.
2-2 now. And that's down and away.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Blackman stands at third with one gone in the inning. And he walked him.
Now batting, right fielder.
So they're at the corners now. Chris Bryant gets a chance to hit here. Kicks and fires. And that's downstairs and outside. Law, he's one of those guys who uses the cut fastball as his primary offering, and when it's on, it can induce a lot of weak contact. And a pitch. And there's ball four.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Bases loaded with one away. And now the first baseman, C.J. Cron.
And the late movement on the cutter is really what makes it so effective, because as a hitter, you make a decision whether you're going to swing or take a pitch before it actually gets into the zone. So that late movement causes it to miss the barrel of the bat, sometimes miss the bat entirely.
Kicks and deals. And a swing and a miss. 2 out.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Elias Diaz. The pitch. Right side. Senzel moving under it. And the inning is over. Rockies leave them loaded. They trail it here 4-0. And welcome back. Top of inning number 7. And here's the catcher, Luke Maley. And the 2-2. And that one a little bit high.
He wanted that fastball
Okay.
high and tight, looking for a strikeout. Just didn't locate it very well.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Brad Hand getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Number 27 getting loose as well. 3-2 now. Puts it in the air out towards left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out.
Now back.
And there's one down.
Second baseman, Jonathan India.
So the lineup flips over. Jonathan India now at the plate. 1 for 3. And that one in the air center field. Doyle makes the grab on the run.
The right fielder, number 15.
2 outs, base is empty. Nick Senzel the next to hit. The pitch. Popped up. And that'll do it. Reds go down quietly. They lead 4-0.
7th inning, the Reds.
Back here in Denver, bottom of the 7th. Here's the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. The Rockies in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
The wind and the pitch. In the air, right field. Senzel settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Shortstop.
And now Alan Trejo. And a 3-1 on the way. And there's a foul ball. Payoff pitch. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man at first, and now Harold Castro. The 1-1. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. To second, but way too late. Safe there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way. These fans, they are ready to cheer about something.
Good eye right there. 1 out and a runner at second. And now a full count. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies. That's through there for a strike. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. We're at the top of the 8th. Down the third baseman, Spencer Steer.
Number 7, Spencer Steer.
Now all even up. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Right-handed reliever. Struck him out looking. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Stepping in, Tyler Stevenson. Swings and misses, and we're filled up. The pitch. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And he walked him.
Up next is Cincinnati.
Stuart Fairchild, the next to hit for the Reds. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Got it by him for the K.
Oh, tough night at the dish, punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now, not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Stevenson off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Reds leave 1, but they lead it 4-0. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Ian Gibaut. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Ian Gibaut.
Now it's Charlie Blackmon.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
And that's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
So man aboard, Jurickson Profar digging in for the Rockies. And he deals. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important of getting back into this ball game.
Swing and a pop-up, and there's one down.
Up next to Colorado, the right field, Red Ryan.
And at first, Chris Bryant digging in for the Rockies. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And the right-hander deals. Shoots a line drive single into right center. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And it is 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Two on, 1 out. Next offering is outside. Action in the pen down there. Buck Farmer getting ready to go. Diaz getting cranked up as well. And here it comes.
lot of pop in that bat. Had the distance for the Oppo home run, but many times you have that slice going to the opposite field, and he just couldn't keep that one fair.
Hard ground ball, base knock. Blackman coming home.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Love how he just kept it simple there. Didn't come out of his mechanics. Nice tight swing, hard hit ball.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Reds, Buck Farmer. He's been so good against lefties. Next to hit for the Rockies, Elias Diaz. Here's a 1-1. And that's a strike.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
And a 1-2. Outside. Bryant over at second. Crone at first. One gone. Got him! And now two gone. Ryan McMahon digging in for the Rockies. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. The tying run at the plate. That misses. 3 balls and a strike. Alan Trejo in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Center field. Fairchild going back on this one. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Number 27, on for his major league debut, and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
Here comes a pitch. And a foul ball. Two now. And that's too high. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Kevin Newman, the next to hit for the Reds. The 2-1. Foul ball there. The next pitch misses. 3-2 now. Bullpen activity starting up now. Brad Hand, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Triple digits on that last pitch.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
So 2 down now, and here is Luke Maley. Next offering is downstairs.
3-1.
And there's ball 4.
Take it, eight.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So the batting order turns over. Jonathan India, the next to hit for the Reds. Ball to strike. Out to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
The right fielder, number
He kind of
15.
rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
In now for the Reds, Nick Senzel. Falling behind 2-1.
Looking for some insurance, or as our friends down in the South would say,
Insurance.
no matter how you say it, we know what you mean.
2 outs.
No, that's a ball.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
And the righty deals. Foul ball. And a 3-2. Line drive, base hit down the line. Maley around third. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and the lead is up to 5.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. He got a pitch he could get to out hands over, and that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
So the Rockies turn the ball over to a new arm, Chase Anderson. He last pitched 2 days ago. Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Senzel at second with 2 down. Two 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. This one in the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. Anderson ready to work. That one out to right. Bryant moves under it. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom part of the order, 7-8-9, 2 up in inning number 9. It's the Reds 6 and the Rockies 1. Back here at Coors Field, last chance for the home team. So in now for Colorado, Alan Trejo. Next one off the plate inside. Ball 2. Movement in the bullpen. Lucas Sims loosening up for manager David Bell. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is even, 2-2. And another ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And 1 away.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter. The bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
That's towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 9.
Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies. The 1-2. And that's a little bit high.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
The 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, a real nice performance out of the pen. This guy is not the one who usually gets the final out, but extended his role a little bit and helped his team get the win. He got the save. Nice job.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.